The Simpsons, basically, and Futurama are really smart shows. They're kind of disguised as these goofy animated sitcoms, but the references within the shows, if you're paying attention, are pretty smart and pretty sophisticated. I couldn't have said it better myself, Matt. Hello everybody, my name is Kyle, and this is my review of the Futurama pilot, Space Pilot 3000. This is my favorite episode of the entire series. Ever since I first saw it as a kid, the mixture of comedy and emotion in it just really let me know what I can expect from this series. And with all the Easter eggs in the first episode, it's also one of the most well-written and most well-thought-out shows I've ever seen. So, I could go on about this all day, but instead of doing that, let's just get into the episode itself. We open up with a spaceship flying through space. That's kind of redundant, isn't it? Anyway, we get some faux Star Trek narration over the visuals that we're getting.
Space. It seems to go on forever. But then you get to the end and the gorilla starts throwing barrels at you.
And then it just turns out to be a video game played by our main protagonist, Fry, who I guess must not be very good at this particular game.
And that's how you play the game.
You stink, loser.
It's New Year's Eve, and Fry's got a job working at a pizza parlor. He's sent out to make a delivery when his girlfriend ends up breaking up with him. And when he finally makes it to where he's got to deliver it, it's a cryogenics facility. And Fry realizes pretty quickly that there is no such person as Icy Wiener. At least, not yet. So he just says fuck it and has a beer. And during the countdown, he ends up falling into one of the cryo chambers. After 1,000 years, he unfreezes and reacts to the future how I think I would react.
My God, it's the future. My parents, my coworkers, my girlfriend. I'll never see any of them again. Yahoo!
We're then introduced to Leela, and when Fry meets her, he finally finds out how long he's been frozen, and the reality of the situation dawns on him.
My God, 1,000,000 years.
Thinking that he's been given a second chance at making a good life, Fry ends up being given the job of delivery boy, but he straight up refuses it. But he can't refuse it because you gotta do your job or else you'll be fired out of a cannon and into the sun. But Fry still runs away and Leela gives chase after him, but Fry manages to escape. Wanting to make a phone call, Fry goes to a suicide booth, which he mistakes for a phone booth, and he meets Bender, who is a bender, go figure. After almost dying, they go out for a drink, and in one of Bender's most human moments, he reveals his bending abilities. But he has a guilty conscience because the girders he was bending were used to make suicide booze, of all things. Fry manages to talk Bender out of suicide by professing that he is the only friend that Fry has.
Well, Fry, it was a pleasure meeting you. I'm gonna go kill myself.
Wait, you're the only friend I have.
You really want a robot for a friend?
Yeah, ever since I was 6.
Leela then manages to track both of them down, and she chases them into the head museum. After meeting Leonard Nimoy and having a run-in with Richard Nixon, Fry and Bender are able to get away. Retreating to the remains of old New York, Fry takes Bender to Rockefeller Ice Skating Rink, the place where he took his girlfriend on their very first date. But now, it's an irradiated lake for mutants. Not that there's anything wrong with mutants. And it is here that the reality of everyone he knows being gone finally sinks in for Fry in a truly moving moment.
My God, she's gone. Everyone I ever knew or cared about is gone.
Leela shows up and tells Fry that she knows how he feels, explaining that she has no family or friends of her own. Fry finally relents to become a delivery boy, but instead, Leela quits her job, saying that she never realized how much she wanted to until she met him. Now that the three of them are finally friends, they go to meet Professor Farnsworth, Fry's ultra mega nephew. As they use his spaceship to get away from the cops, the professor offers them all jobs in his delivery company. Excited about all the possibilities, Fry cheers about how he will be a delivery boy. The end. No other pilot that I have ever seen for any show has the depth and gravity of this one, and the obvious effort put into this pilot puts it in a league of its own. If I were to give it a score, it would be a 5 out of 5. It's a must-see. Even if you have seen it already, I implore you to go watch it again.